So let me give you a quick history by reading my just introductory paragraph. Go ahead. Ask me if I'm Muslim. It's true. I am. I'm white. Orange County MTV reality show white. Beastie Boys circa 1986 white. The skater boy Avril Lavigne was talking about white. Now, if you ask me how I came to be Muslim, I will need more time. Enough to tell you the long story about a Syrian girl from Aleppo who met a Kentucky redneck in the heart of Tennessee. Don't ask me how they got there. But I was born of that union, and so was my beloved brother. They soon got divorced. And my mother raised us basically alone as best she could. So I'm fast forwarding. By 5th grade, the back burner could no longer contain the flames of my did you get that on tape? Can we take that back? Cut. Here. By 5th grade, the back burner could no longer contain the flames of my parents' marital problems. They split up. Our home went up in smoke. Poof, gone. My father moved an hour westward toward the ocean while my mother raised 2 boys alone in the desert of Riverside County, California, with all the might left in her 4-foot olive frame. She jarred my brother and me awake for dawn prayers and chauffeured us to the mosque on Fridays in her seat beltless 1962 Studebaker as she tied her hijab in the rearview mirror and asked my brother to steer. Above all else, she taught us the 5 essential pillars of Islam. 1, believe in Allah and his final prophet Muhammad. 2, pray 5 times a day. 3, don't look at girls. 4, don't speak to girls. 5, don't think about girls. So I'm going to fast forward to high school. As we got older, it became harder for my mother to control us. And this is the astaghfirullah part that is the most embarrassing part for my wife. And so, but it's the truth and it's honest, and that for me is what this book is about. So, not quite yet, but earmuffs soon. In high school, I learned the fine art of dry humping, gene-on-gene friction so hard and fast, I worried we might make a fire between our thighs. I knew intellectually that I was breaking countless rules of pious Muslim behavior by giving into lust, but it was like playing a game of chicken with God. How far could I walk toward the edge of the cliff without falling? I was young and horny. Enough to dip my toes past the edge, but strong enough to avoid falling from grace and permanently injuring myself. That was the game I've balanced that I played, and I was winning. I never unbuckled or cut the ropes that tethered me to God. Loosened them a little, but never cut them completely. The fear of sex that my mother introduced into our young minds stuck with me most of my life. Allah seemed pretty forgiving according to the khutbahs I heard. But in our house, sex was unforgivable, a one-way ticket to hell, and I didn't want to board that plane. Looking back, fear and guilt may have saved me from drowning in a world of high school sex and the side effects that came with it, but there were still side effects. And that is where an American dad can help. It had been months since we last spoke, but I needed his advice. Hey, Dad, it's Sam. Howdy, Chief. How's your mama? That's how he talks, by the way. Fine, brother. Studying. How about you? My balls are killing me. What do you mean? It feels like I got kicked in the nuts. Everything down there hurts. My stomach is sore. I can hardly stand up. Sam, I'm gonna ask you something and you gotta be honest, boy. Don't worry, I ain't gonna tell your mother. Okay? Have you been getting a little hot and heavy with your girlfriend? A little? Did you go all the way? No. Well, there's your problem. What? You're backed up. Ever shake a soda bottle with the cap on? It wants to burst, don't it? Yeah? Well, right now, that soda bottle is your dick. Oh. It's gonna take a while to settle down, son, and if it doesn't stop hurting an hour, go rub it out. I knew what he meant. He understood male plumbing. I had a genital clog and 2 options: be patient or beat off. I should have prayed, dropped 2 rak'ah to ask Allah for forgiveness and sabr, that's patience. Minutes later, I relieved myself and took a long nap afterwards. I later read that I had experienced blue balls. Epididymal hypertension for you Harvard types. Or vasocongestion. Unlike unicorns and leprechauns, blue balls are real.